Hey guys, Deslater Magic here, and more interesting information has arisen about the wonderful Borderless weird promo reprint cards that nobody knows what they're from. And of course, people are stating as fact, complete and utter conjecture and just circumstantial evidence, and they're gonna look really stupid if they're wrong. I mean, they're probably right, but I give it a 60-40 at this point, because there's some things that don't match up, and that's why I'm making this video, because I get to the bottom of this. Especially like 14 hours from now when they allegedly release an article. So hit that subscribe button if you don't want to miss my Monday morning bright and early, well, I guess it'll be 10 o'clock our time, 8 o'clock their time, when Wizards, let's be honest, probably forgets to post the article. But they did promise us that 8 a.m. they will have an article explaining this Monday morning on Daily MTG and on Twitch for some reason. Nobody's going to watch that trash. So I'll be making a video about it, I can assure you. But for now, more interesting details and suspicions because, well, it's not Monday. So check this out. This artwork right here was leaked. You gotta wonder, did Wizards send this to somebody because of a timing issue or because they thought, oh my gosh, people are just gonna be making crap up for 3 days. Monday is a little bit too late for us. Here, have this, put 2 and 2 together. Or was this leaked, like actually leaked by a person leaking it? Or was it one of those marketing hype things and they're like accidentally related or actually unrelated? Well, I should probably explain. People think this Ultimate Box Topper sealed product not for resale pack contains the 40 cards, and I think we only know 35 of them according to Goldfish. I think they're missing some. I mean, I could check and write them down and compare them for duplicates and Photoshop the art to not look like crap and do a slideshow, but like I could just wait until Monday when they're all released. You know, like actual digital versions of the art and a verified full list with no fakes. So anyway, like I said, the implication is this Ultimate Box Topper sealed product not for resale pack is a buy a box promo. They're going back to packs instead of singles. I support that. And they contain like one of these. I mean, could you even imagine if it was 2 or 3? I mean, you guys saw my other video and you've seen like the list before. It's some $200 plus cards in here. And the really mean part is there's some real duds. There's some cards that are going to be like $3, $4. Oh, wouldn't that suck? But before I speculate too much on what I think is in here and what I think it really is, let's cover the history of this. So there always was a buy a box promo, at least as long as I've known about it, and it's usually just an alternate art version of some card from the set that they thought would be okay. Usually it's like $1, $2, $3, maybe upwards of, I think I've seen 7 or 8. I thought maybe once or twice they did like a modern staple too. Honestly, it was never too exciting. I'm probably missing a couple that were worthwhile, but just as a whole, it was just like, oh, an alternate of this, whatever. I mean, for a collector, like if you want one of every unique promo card, you get excited about that. It might actually make you buy a box locally, but otherwise didn't really do its job, which was to get you to buy a box locally. I mean, if you can get them literally from Wizards of the Coast via Amazon for what was it, like $85 or something, or 90? I don't remember what the hell it was. And then you get like free shipping, especially on eBay too, even before Amazon. And then maybe your store sells them for like $125, $130. I mean, I've heard of that. I've heard of like $100 to $105 is a little bit more common. But either way, that's a hell of a gap. And then you add sales tax on top of it, especially you live in some liberal Democrat-run hellhole where it's like 11%. Or Canada, where Trudeau and Trump might as well just do a celebrity boxing match to get it over with. But in the meantime, I've heard the going rate for packs in Canada is $5 Canadian. Also, I mean, there's a bit of a currency valuation mismatch because there's also a bit of a management problem in Canada. That dumbass Trudeau doesn't know how to run the damn economy. But anyway, assuming American and typical American prices, it's still very much more worthwhile, even after the buy a box promo, to buy a box online, and everybody knows this. I mean, hell, it's more efficient to just skip the boosters and the boxes and just buy the damn singles and build whatever deck you want. But where's the fun in that? So they realized that the buy a box promos weren't doing what they were supposed to. So let's go to the recent history of buy a box promos. In probably not correct chronological order, they did the stupid Minotaurs. That was what, like a $2 card? Wow, $2 of value added to me buying it from an LGS. And then they might run out. They also did packs that look virtually identical to that blue pack that was up on screen a second ago. That one, you know, the image that leaked. I think it was silver. I don't know. I get it confused with the virtually identical packs that were supposed to be given away for the standard showdown as prizes. And I think the buy box one was like 2 of those put together. Like it was pretty damn lucrative. It was pushing upwards of, I heard, like $25, $30 on eBay, if not a little bit more, to just buy them straight up sealed because they had so many good cards potentially in them. I mean, it was like limited edition lands, some foils and some foil mythic rares and some mythics and rares. I don't know. It was like really good. So yeah, you go and add like $30 to the price of a box, you're picking it up locally. I mean, the internet can't even compete with that, which was the point. And I thought, boy, best decision Wizards has made all year. Finally, people are going to be like, it's a toss-up between local and not. All they needed to do was send double and crack down on the people selling them on eBay, because there were stores, just like with the Fatal Push promo, that were just like 3 days before the actual release, they post on eBay, oh, we have 40 of them. Here, quantity 40, buy them. I wonder where you got 40. What a suspiciously exacting specific number. I mean, they're either fake WPN locations or they're just real shifty stores, and then they lie to the players and say, oh, we didn't get any. Wizards didn't send us any. The funny thing is, that's kind of believable. That sounds like something Wizards would do because it's something Wizards has done. Kevin from Rogue Deck Builders at his store couldn't run pre-release because Wizards didn't ship him his stuff in time. Oops. But then they got rid of the packs, these wonderful packs that were worth enough to make people buy boxes locally. It was absolutely working perfectly. And I think actually after that is when they tried the Minotaurs. I don't remember, but either way, very shortly after they went with Nexus of Fate, which I think at the time people were like, this is probably good. Like, this is going to go somewhere in the future, which that estimation is usually $10 to $15, which I think is about what it was selling for on the low end, like day one. So, I mean, kind of worthwhile, but not worth as much as the packs. And I think they were going for, okay, hyper-aggressive, all-format, best-of card. This is the new best-of. It's like when they print a best-of counterspell for 3, disallow. I mean, automatic money, automatic include in any deck that runs, like something worse, like Dissolve or whatever. Same with Assassin's Trophy. It's just a tiny bit better in fast formats. It's useless because of its low cost and speed in standard. I mean, literally, utterly useless. You do not need it that early. Like 2 mana, you don't need it on turn 2. But they printed it for other formats and they knew it. And that card's still floating in around, some insane price, 20-something, I think. So, like, they knew what they were doing. They're like, this is the new best of card for, well, 1, degenerate infinite garbage, and 2, any deck that takes extra turns. It was just an improved version of, like, a sorcery speed one that exiled itself, basically. So very shortly after, or as I like to call it, too late, it hit like 50, 60, 70 bucks. I don't even know what it's sitting at today. Probably a lot. But yeah, I mean, besides the fact that pre-rotation it was insanely unbeatable in the Teferi deck, it also goes in other things, but if it hits like 50 bucks later and people did not know that it would go that high when they bought the box, the entire benefit is gone. I mean, yeah, it benefits the person later and they might look back and be like, good thing I bought that box. But the whole point of the buy a box promo is to make people buy boxes. So if ahead of time and at the time it doesn't make them buy boxes, then what's the point? So after that absolute disaster, and I mean people who never give Wizards crap, or just remain neutral, or kiss their ass anywhere in between, were like tearing them apart on social media, like, what the hell is this card? I can't get enough copies of it, it's broken, you never should have designed it, you went way too far, it's worth way too much money. And the only upside is any asshole, crooked, fake WPN Store, shady place that sold like 20, 30, 40 of them on day one, they didn't get the 50 bucks because they didn't hold them long enough. That's funny to me. But they still got a big pile of money, I mean, don't get me wrong. So what was the reason to go from a blind pack where you can't predict the value, you got a little bit of a gambler's premium on it being, sealed, but it's got some good stuff in it. It's a fun little bonus. Somebody could win, somebody could lose on it, which maybe they didn't like, but that's almost like more exciting. I mean, people knew the average value of the pack and they wanted the pack. Even if they lose out on it, I mean, they're buying a booster box. They're used to opening some packs and losing out on it or hitting the jackpot. That's magic. You're just selling them more of what they're already buying, basically. So I thought it was a wonderful idea, and then when they went to singles, it went from useless, worthless card that did nothing and made nobody buy boxes locally at all, to, oh my god, overpriced crap card that broke the format forever and still needs to be banned. So it went from perfect idea to complete disaster and then complete disaster. So that's the short history of buy a box promos. Now we've got Ultimate Box Topper, which, by the way, according to the Magic Historian, aka Perp, they already had a product called a Box Topper. It was an oversized card, and it was in past really old products. But when has that ever stopped Wizards? I mean, they named the Fat Pack bundle when they know damn well that a bunch of stores had something called, Guilds of Ravnica bundle or whatever. It would usually be like a welcome deck, like a Planeswalker deck, a Fat Pack, and like a Land Pack or something. I don't know. It'd be like, hey, buy the bundle, buy the combo, but most people called it a bundle. And the Wizards rebranded it to the incredibly generic, already in use name and pissed everybody off. But then again, they chose the name Magic Fest too. And then that was a disaster. Somebody's already threatening to sue them over the name. I don't know if you noticed, but they stopped using it. So in summary, historically, Wizards is a bunch of morons. They don't think before they do things, and every disaster they barely appear to learn anything from it at all. But fast forward to maybe Ravnica Alliance, and we've got this, which is almost definitely a buy a box promo pack. So thankfully we're back to packs. The only question is, are these cards that we've seen, these hyper expensive reprints, in that pack? I'm gonna say, like, chronologically, and it would be a big coincidence for both these to get leaked at the same time. Like, logically it probably is, but let's break down, are these probably in the pack, and should these be in the pack? Because one of them is kind of gray area, and one of them is very black and white. Hell no. No, you should not sell a, we'll just say, $100 product booster box with a little added bonus of maybe getting a $300 to $400 card. I mean, I don't know if you've seen the updated list here when people are posting more. There's Tarmogoyf, which that has to be above 300. It has to. Noble Hierarch, that's got to be 150, 200 plus. Emrakul, 100 plus for sure. Snapcaster, that's another 1 to 200 easy, if not more. At this point, it would basically just be buying the pack and getting a booster box with it. And then the best thing is they've got cards in here that might be like $3. So then people are saying, well, it wouldn't just be a pack with one card in it. First of all, this is Wizards. Yes, it absolutely probably would be. But based on how they did the other two packs that were given away, the Standard Showdown pack and the Buy Box pack in the past, it'll be like, you know, some non-foil, non-premium mythics or foils or, you know, rares, whatever, some special lands, some limited artwork, whatever, and then one of these. But other people are like, oh, maybe it'll just be 3 of these. So you can pull $900 worth of cards for buying a $100 booster box. What? Plus, there isn't a store on planet Earth that would hand these to the customers. Oh, risk losing my WPN status? I'm holding $10,000 worth of cards. You think I give a crap? I'm putting these on eBay so quick and make your damn head spin. Screw the WPN store, I'm retiring. Sincerely, every single WPN store owner ever in the entire world. There's what, like 3, 4, maybe 5 absolute dump cards in here that would be like sub $10 or well, maybe even sub 20. The rest are crazy. I mean, even those manlands, I'd expect them to be 50 plus easily. So maybe Wizards is like, oh my gosh, our blatantly contradictory actions that we've done over the last year, where it's like, let's do this, even though it completely kills local gaming stores. Oh, let's do this, even though it completely unfairly, I guess that's probably not the right term, but benefits local gaming stores. I mean, it's like, let's sell on Amazon and compete with our own customers. And then let's give them Nexus of Fate. Oh, let's launch Arena. Bye-bye customers. Oh wait, let's give them completely free packs for Standard Showdown. Like here, have like 30, 40, 50, 60 packs or whatever to give away as prizes, and you can run the whole thing basically for free. Seriously, like have a grand worth of prize support. Here, give this away on us. Yay, now people are back in the store again. Oh, then let's allow a pre-release online. Oh, okay, bye-bye, they left the store again. I think they're at the point where, okay, they've got the numbers on how many stores closed in the last 6 months and went bankrupt or just dropped out of the WPN thing or dropped Magic products completely. And now they're back to, oh my gosh, we need to scramble to do something to get them money again. And they, once again, knee-jerk reaction, completely lost their damn minds. So that's the logic that leads up to this, that leads people to think, okay, these blue mystery packs contain these cards, and at least one of them. That would be the logic behind it. Also, the most like appreciated and approved by the customer base was the blind buy a box packs. People really liked them. I've got a couple reasons why I don't think that these are what's inside there. And it's like 60-40. Don't like write down, oh, Des said they're not in there, when we find out on Monday they're probably in there. I'm just stating some reasons why things don't add up. Well, one I already said, you don't get a $200 card with a $100 product and have a 1 in 40 shot at it. Or at this point, like a 1 in 4 shot at it. There is a lot of money in these packs. Caracas is in there, guys. So reason number 1, this would be UBT, Ultimate Box Topper, and the set symbol is UMA on these cards. And boy, did you guys have some funny guesses at what UMA stood for. I was going to make that its own video, but I'll probably have it done by Monday when we already have an explanation, and then it wouldn't be as funny. Unbordered Masters, Unlimited Masters, Unbelievable Masterpieces, I think somebody said that. Just go to the comment section on 2 videos ago. It is hilarious what people came up with. I think somebody ironically said uncurling masters, which we all know these are going to curl. Anyway, so wouldn't it be UBT? I mean, you would know then, looking at the bottom left of the card, oh, that's what it was from. Also, past buy a box promos on the bottom of the card have said buy-a-box, indicating what event it was a promo for or where it originated from. Why would they break with the pattern? Even the open house ones say open house on them. The game day ones said game day or store championship or whatever. I don't even know. They like deleted that event now too. Who the hell knows? Think about it. Why would these be missing that? Why would they not say buy a box on the bottom? Now I could talk for 10 minutes about this next point, but where did they get these so quickly to mail out? How did they process them and get them mailed out that quickly? Because it takes a certain amount of time to get them all in envelopes and stuff. Match them up with customer records, not to mention like decide to do this and ship them to a place that can process them. Where did they get such a high number of these and get them so quickly if these are in that box topper thing? And we're awfully close to the release of Ravnica Alliances for them to start running off replacements. And did they really open these? I mean, like, they were sealed and then they opened more? Because I don't think they would have had time to get these from the printer. That's the thing. It's pretty clear, in my opinion, that these 40 cards were from the next Mythic Edition product, which was canceled due to the backlash from the first one. That's my theory. Like I said, I got it at about 60-40 that, like, no, these are going to be buy box promos. I mean, it's reasonable. I'm not saying that's impossible. I'm just leaning towards, no, that's not what these are. So I think the second that it was a disaster, they said, you know what, we're not doing this again. Just shred the other ones. We'll give these away some other way. And then they did. And the time that it would take to do that matches up a lot better than, oh, let's rip apart the buy a box promos that are going to be a WPN shipment in like a month and then real quick run off some more and hopefully get them done in time. I don't think so. Well, and then another point, like I said, you could get a $3 card or a $300 card. It's not just, oh, wow, a chance to get like a $300 card, a $400 card from a $100 product. That's stupid. Also, the chance that you could miss. I want to outline that again. It really does cut both ways. So that's like the third or fourth or whatever the hell reason that I don't think these are in there. Also, none of these are standard legal. The last buy a box promo pack was standard legal cards. So that seems odd. I mean, money's money, and they've given out like Path to Exile for an F&M promo. It's not unheard of, it's just this is out of pattern. This is all compounding evidence to point to, you know, these being from something else. Also, the last two letters are MA, and these all would be very, very highly likely to be reprinted in a Masters Set cards. So I think that these are masterpieces from a Masters Set to make the Masters Set sell even more because the last two sucked. Iconic and Eternal were garbage. I feel like there was a third one too. I don't know, who cares? Well, I mean, if you consider Battle Bond. So why would they make these the buy-a-box ones if these are the most likely cards to be in the next Masters Set? You would literally be undercutting it and making these enter the market that guarantees it suppresses the price right before you release a Masters Set in probably 2019, I think. And then, ooh, the EV just dropped on your Masters Set right before you released it. That's just so dumb. Also, one more subtle reason. Wizards at some point stopped doing the buy-a-box promo blind boosters where you don't know what's in them and they're randomized. I don't know the reason that they stopped doing that, but I do know that they stopped doing that. And that in itself is evidence that they don't want to do that anymore. So the question becomes, why didn't they want to do it? And I think the answer lies in some very deep legal stuff that I won't go into, but basically it's too hard and might not even be legal to catch people, or stores I should say, but owners, whatever, who are opening these and selling the singles because you've got 100% plausible deniability. I mean, if on day one you've got 20, 30, 40 of these sealed, posted on eBay, you're guilty. You are the store owner. You are selling them. Now, as far as I know, and I've said this before, Wizards did nothing to investigate these people. Buy one and check the return address. If it's a WPN location, ban them. It's not hard. But maybe they were doing that and they just weren't parading it around, which, hello, chilling effect, you can either literally catch all of them and get rid of all the bad apples, or catch a couple, parade around their head on a spike and say, hey, nobody do this, we're coming for you, and then everybody stops. Chilling effects are more efficient. You get more results for your effort, more bang for your buck. So basically, you open the pack and just sell the cards that are inside of it on eBay or TCG Player or Card Shark instead of selling the actual pack itself, because that's too easy. So WPN emails or calls you and says, hey, you were selling like 5 of these. What the hell happened? Oh, customers opened them and then they don't play this other format or whatever. They don't collect expensive cards, so they traded them in for in-store credit. Cool, good luck proving otherwise. I mean, because people do that. Like, if people open an expensive card, the first thing they ask is, how much would you pay me in-store credit at, like, every store? So for the store to be selling even, like, F&M promos, it's probably because people traded them in. Like, it's not even that suspicious. If you see a store selling 1 or 2 of them, don't be like, oh, you're selling them, you kept a couple. No, it's probably somebody traded them in. So if somebody's selling, one of these, a different one, and a different one, and a different one, that might be a little bit hard to catch. And these are really expensive, like Noble Hierarch and Emrakul and Snapcaster. So if you want to be absolutely, flawlessly sure this time around that these do not go in the pockets of store owners and effectively get listed on eBay the second they're opened, they have to all be the same card. They have to be Nexus of Fate, because if somebody lists 5, 6, 7, 8 Nexuses of Fate, it's a little suspicious, let alone 40 or like 32 or whatever it is. I don't know what the WPN numbers are. And that's how you would catch them. So if they're like, we're going big, we're going to make sure this is super high value, and this time around, we're going to make sure that stores can't just flip the cards, then logically they wouldn't be able to put this expensive of cards and this lucrative of cards inside this ultimate box topper buy box promo pack. Because if they did, every store would be like, holy crap, like every one of these cards just about is above $30. A lot of them are above 100. Some of them are above 200 or 300. And we're supposed to give these away for free. Are you kidding me? It wouldn't work, and they would never be able to enforce it. So my theory is that they wanted to catch the people selling the cards out of them the last time, but it was actually even worse because they were normal standard foils. A lot of them weren't even alternate art. In fact, I think none of them were, if I remember correctly. So they don't even know if you got it out of the buy a box promo pack or if you got it out of the, like a regular booster. There's no way of knowing. All they know is you're a store and you sold it online. I mean, you literally can't catch the people opening them. So that, in my mind, is the number one reason that they discontinued the semi-randomized packs and just went to static individual cards. It's easier to catch people not putting these in the hands of customers like they're contractually obligated and legally obligated to. So why would they repeat the same problem again, but up the value by, boy, what would be the average on these? I'm going to say at least 8x what it was last time. Well, and even just like exposing the store to possible theft. If somebody's the back room, back closet, or the owner's car or somewhere, probably not a safe. If they know somewhere there's like 20, 30, 40 of these packs sitting around and these are the kind of cards that are in them, they're breaking in, and these don't have individualized serial numbers or any way to track them. Okay, once these are on the singles market, they're on the singles market, and everybody in the world is going to be selling these on like buy lists and eBay and everything. So thousands of dollars of value just sitting there in an unguarded store without necessarily 24-hour like armed guards or anything. And anybody who breaks in could fence them without any kind of master criminal crime network. That's a bad situation. That is a really bad situation to put stores in. And just the idea that they know more stores will risk getting caught and getting booted out of the WPN program, which in the end costs Wizards money because it's one less WPN location. And WPN is tied to D&D products too, FYI. They don't want to up the temptation or the financial gain from having a store owner sell a couple of these, open them themselves, keep them, whatever. So that's what, like reason number 10? There's an awful damn lot of reasons that I don't think these cards are from that box topper pack. I think box topper packs are back, but I think they're back in the exact same form that they were before. About $20 EV worth of foils and rares and mythics, and maybe some special lands, and that's it. Now, like I said, I could be wrong. I'm just slightly leaning towards that. But if these are the cards that are in there, well, now you know all the problems with that. And you just got a wonderful sneak preview of why this is a terrible idea and a terrible decision on Wizards' part. So if I had to place my bet on which one I think, are they in there or are they from a different product? I would say different product, but actually, I'm actually going to say none of the above. I'm going to say that these cards are in there, but at about a 1 in 10 shot. Like, it'll basically be, what do they call that? Legends or whatever? Or artifacts? Or I don't know. They put a bunch of Power 9 in Zendikar, who's the whole thing. This is like that 2.0, and people have been asking them to do it again. So I think all these, $200 Noble Hierarchs and crap, they're not a guaranteed pull. You're not guaranteed one of these 40. Not even close. Hell, maybe it's even like a 1 in 50 shot. So they're in there, they're just not guaranteed to be in there. That would be my guess, because that would kind of even things out a little bit more. You get the excitement, you get the people on social media saying, hey, I went to F&M but pre-ordered a box and look what I got, a $400 Tarmogoyf. And then it gets like a billion shares because they basically just won the lottery and everybody's like, maybe I should look into this Magic the Gathering thing. So it'd be kind of a marketing ploy while also getting people excited, while also driving sales, while also limiting like the temptation for a store owner to open them. Because if 9 out of 10 are duds and they just contain, just blah Ravnica Allegiance rares or whatever, some okay $4 foils, then they're way more likely to just give them to the customers the way they're supposed to. That kind of actually just like solves the entire problem. It's the most level-headed way to handle this. So people didn't like lottery cards, but they drove sales, so they put the lottery cards inside of the pre-order locally only buy a box promo packs, but at about Masterpiece rarity, or, the equivalent, because, it's a box of 36 and you get one pack, so it would be, you get it. But I think that's what they did. Realistically, I think that's what they did. But I wouldn't be surprised if these are completely unrelated. And all the schmancy mythics are from something else. And the blue packs are completely different. Well, I guess we'll find out Monday. So like I said, fun speculating. Fun looking into the details and repercussions of which way it goes either way. Thanks for watching. Go Packers. And I'll see you guys next video. Oh my gosh. And as I was encoding this, I finally got a shiny pincer in Pokemon Go in my apartment's parking lot of all places. Suck it, everybody who didn't get one.